linked to that one, going to be linked to this player, and this player will be linked to that player, will be linked to every damn player there is, especially at the running back position, because some rumors have come out that the Eagles are going hard for a blockbuster trade for a specific individual at running back, and he was just at our joint practice. And some other news that I definitely want to go over. I can't believe I'm even doing this, but here we go.
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
I don't want to make this any longer than what it is, okay? I don't want to make this a long thing. I just don't want to get too detailed into it. There's actually a few things I want to talk about here, and to start off with everything, the Eagles have signed a receiver and Freddie Swain, 3-year player. They're just adding more players to this preseason finale. They signed, 2 linebackers, 3 or 4 defensive linemen a few days ago. So they're just filling out this roster because they are just filling bodies up so these starters don't have to play. Don't expect Jalen Hurts to play. Don't expect any of the receivers, the running backs. Don't expect, Nolan Smith. Don't expect Jalen Carter. Don't expect any of those guys. As of right now, the Eagles are preparing for the New England Patriots for their Week 1 matchup, at 4:30. So don't expect anything like that at all, because this is why for the last preseason game, this is more to the back end of your roster. Guys are going to show themselves to the league, to get a roster spot and to show something. So should be interesting, but, excited to watch the preseason finale and to see who kind of rises up to the top, rises up to the occasion on a lot of things. Obviously, to make that move at wide receiver, they got rid of Fred Johnson, in a very, very packed offensive line room. It's just, some guys are just not going to make it. And obviously, this room is packed right now, but at the same time, to see who's going to make it and, who's a lock and who's not, it's going to be interesting. So to make that move for Freddie Swain, Fred Johnson had to be released in that matter. Now, I want to go through the last thing as if I can't believe I'm even talking about this, because there has been some rumors. We talked about Jonathan Taylor a couple days ago, and apparently from Evan Massey, says the Eagles are discussing a trade for Jonathan Taylor and have been among the most aggressive suitors. Now, I've already heard from some Colts beat writers that there's no way this is true, but they're not giving any proof that this isn't true. We haven't heard from Shane Steichen. We haven't heard from anybody within the Colts organization that they're even trading him. They are trading him, but they're not trading him to the Eagles. At least if we heard something, it would make more sense. Because if you make a move like this, look, and Jonathan Taylor's a good running back. Okay, I get it. Okay, the Eagles feel like they can get the best out of him. Low risk, high reward. He's not going to get the money he wants. If he's going to get $16 million, it's not going to happen. It'll be a 1-year deal for Jonathan Taylor. But teams like Miami or something like that, I could see them going after a Jonathan Taylor-like player since they had interest in Dalvin Cook and stuff like that. But, could they actually go for something like this? Since the Eagles and the Colts just practiced, was interesting. Evan Massey, I even looked on his Twitter just to see, is he, does this hold any water? And, he's got an okay amount of followers. He's been on ESPN, Yahoo, Fox Sports, Sports Illustrated, Bleacher Report, Insider for HoopAnalysis.net. So I don't know. I don't know how much this actually weighs. Got a lot of attention. I get it. Jonathan Taylor has dealt with injuries, and hasn't really been the same. And obviously, Nick Sirianni has worked in the Colts organization as a offensive coordinator, so probably knows him very well. Okay, the one thing I could say is interesting, is very, very interesting. Okay, Jonathan Taylor requested a trade. The one thing that can hold water right now, which makes sense and might not mean anything, but this is just my opinion. Jonathan Taylor being at the practice, which I thought was really interesting. Jonathan Taylor requesting a trade and showing up to practice kind of holds a little bit here. You know what I mean? So it might not mean that he's getting traded by the Eagles or to the Eagles, but if a guy's requesting a trade, 9 out of 10 times he's not even going to show up, to training camp. Why would he travel with his team to practice against the Eagles? They have to travel. It's not like it's going to be where they're at their stadium. He traveled with the team. So what could this possibly mean? It means that either this trade is really going down, there's a lot of interest, and they're keeping it under wraps a secret, or number two, he's just doing his due diligence to make himself look good just to show up to practice. Just making himself look good to look like, that he's not going to be selfish about it, that he's showing he's there for his team regardless if he requested a trade or not, and he's just there to be there for his team. Obviously, he's not mad at the team. He's mad at the front office for not paying him right now. And obviously, I don't blame them for not doing it because all these running backs have been complaining all offseason about them not being equipped to the money that they think they deserve. So I totally get that 100%. But the only thing that's holding water is maybe that reporter and Evan Massey could be holding some water to it. And Jonathan Taylor actually showing up to practice. Traveling with the team. Requesting a trade and traveling with the team is a big eye-opener in a lot of ways. It could absolutely mean nothing. It could be nothing. It could just be like, you know what? He wants to show the league that he's not going to, sit home and not be with the team and be selfish. And this might just made himself look good to the rest of the league, to a lot of other teams that maybe have interest. But if the Eagles are aggressive as they say they are right now, I mean, I don't even know. I'm not even, the last thing I'm thinking about is the running back position right now. I'm not even thinking about running back. It's not even on my mind. Like, we're set. We're good. You got Rashad Penny, you got DeAndre Swift, you got Kenneth Gainwell, and you got Boston Scott. I think you're perfectly fine. I mean, just adding a Jonathan Taylor to your offense, yeah. I mean, Nick knows him very well, no doubt. It's just who are you going to cut? Rashad Penny would be the one that you're going to cut. I mean, that's obvious. It's not going to be Boston Scott. The Eagles love Boston Scott. Boston Scott's got value not only to your offense, but he's got value to special teams, as much as I don't like him at kick return. But if there was a player that they're going to cut to making this move, it's going to be Rashad Penny. And what are they going to want for him? The Eagles are slated to have 11 to 12 draft picks next year. They have 3 picks within the first 2 rounds with 2 second-rounders for the 24 draft. I'm just not interested. I just don't care. I mean, I saw people in the comment section a couple of videos ago when I talked about Jonathan Taylor. When I saw that Jonathan Taylor was at practice, I was like, weird, Like, he's traveled with the team. He requested a trade. He wants out, but he's still supporting the team. Why is he there? Why did he travel with them? See, if they had practice at the Colts facility, then I would make a big stink about it. But because he actually traveled with the team, it kind of raised the eyebrow a little bit more. So that's all I really got to say. I'm not trying to make this complicated. I'm not trying to say believe this, don't believe this. I'm just saying whatever the facts are here, or whether it's true, not true. Is Evan Massey BSing us? I have no idea. But this would be a bona fide move for the Eagles, no doubt. And a healthy Jonathan Taylor would, in the passing game, forget it. I mean, would be locked and loaded for the backfield. You don't even know who to give the ball. That's how loaded you're going to be. Swift and Jonathan Taylor, if they're healthy all year, yeah. Kenneth Gainwell, I mean, it's a good running back room right there. I mean, I think regardless to our running back room, I what pertains to the running back room, I think you have the best running back room in the league if they stay healthy, distribute the carries, not put too much on one player. I think you're going to be really good. So let me know what you guys think. I'm just a messenger here. I'm not saying anything. Take this all with a grain of salt, okay? And we're going to find out a lot more, I guess, later on. Jonathan Taylor, are the rumors true to trades? You let me know. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up? Follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.